How's it going, everyone? Your boy Corey, aka Crasher, here with the new video, and ladies and gentlemen, we're here yet again with another video to address more drama in regards to fitness influencers, in regards to TikToks involving shaming people for no reason, as well as falsely mislabeling them. But today, we're going to be taking a look at an article here that is titled, "A Fitness Influencer is Being Dubbed a Hero for Calling Out Women Who Call Out Men in the Gym, but some worry he's only fueling misogyny online." Oh boy. So just from the title by itself, I think you guys can begin to understand what we're going to be getting into here. But let's see what this article has, folks. Let's frickin' go. Last month, fitness influencer Joey Swoll went viral for defending a male gym patron that TikToker Jessica Fernandez called a weirdo for making glances at her. Swoll's callout prompted Fernandez to apologize for her own callout. Since then, Swoll, who brands himself as the CEO of Gym Positivity, has made multiple other videos denouncing women for calling certain men creepy at the gym. Many have celebrated him for what they believe is shutting down shaming behavior on social media, but some say he's fueling misogyny online. Last week, the fitness TikToker who has 6.4 million followers reposted another TikTok a woman shared of a man who appeared to be staring at her and a friend in the gym. "This man does nothing wrong," Swoll said in his response video. "There's a huge difference between simply staring at somebody and being a gym creep, and simply glancing or looking at someone." His video has amassed over 1 million views.
This man does nothing wrong. Again, there is a huge difference between staring at somebody, being a gym creep, and simply glancing or looking at somebody. This man is standing next to the machine that he's using, waiting to hit his set while his partner goes. He looks left, he looks right, and he looks down at you both, wondering what you're doing. That's normal. Not to mention, you're directly in front of him with this giant ball, with a camera pointed directly at him, filming him, and what you're doing for the entire internet to see. But you're upset that he looks at you for a second? Really? There is no need to match his energy or stand your ground, because there is no conflict. I guarantee you this man doesn't care. But you'd rather post this video to make yourself out to be a victim, which you're not, just to make him out to be a gym creep, somebody that's harassing and staring at you, just so you can get likes and attention. You need to do better. Mind your own business.
Okay, so before we continue on with the article here, there's a couple of things I gotta say. So the first thing I want to say is in response to the TikTok video that I had just shown, there was zero creep behavior showcased in there. What? The guy was just looking left and right, and he happened to look in your direction. Are you that insecure and that conceited that you own the direction that you're in? What? People can't look in your direction without being falsely labeled? Like, what is going on here? What's your story? And in regards to that man looking at you, even if it was for like a second, well, when you're setting up video equipment to record yourself, you're automatically going to be drawing attention from the public to yourself. Of course, people are going to be looking in your direction, wondering what you're doing. And the second thing I want to address is this supposed misogyny that Joey Swoll is fueling. Well, where exactly at any point in any of his videos has Joey Swoll either said anything misogynistic, encouraged misogyny, or fueled misogyny, period? I would like to see some citations about that. This article so far seems like that it's trying to paint Joey Swoll as a biased, sexist individual where he's doing nothing but calling out women in the gym. Well, you do understand, and it takes literally 30 seconds of research, he calls out everybody when it comes to bad gym etiquette and bad gym behavior. That includes guys, too. And I've seen said videos where he's called guys out before. It ain't just women. And you know what? I'll say it again. It doesn't take that long to do a bit of research into that. In another video he posted over the weekend, Swoll calls out another woman for filming an older man at her gym and calling him a creeper. The video, which has been viewed over 5 million times, is captioned, "You never know someone's story or what they're going through. Stop this. commenters have cheered on Swoll for supposedly exposing these women, and there's been an onslaught of posts online calling Swoll a hero and a legend. This is someone's dad, one commenter wrote about the more recent video. Most of the comments are celebrating that the original poster deleted her account after she was called out by Swoll. However, despite the fanfare, there's a growing wave of backlash to Swoll's videos as well. People are questioning why he's only targeting women posters, although he has also called out men for gym behavior. Okay, stop! Time out a second. That last sentence right there is completely contradictory. People are questioning why he's only targeting women posters, and in parentheses, although he has also called out men for gym behavior. Do you realize that you just completely defeated the purpose of that claim that you were attempting to make, that he supposedly only calls out women posters? Like, did you even proofread your article before posting this? Now, before we continue on with the article here, I want to point your guys' attention to this tweet right here that was actually in the article where it was via a link. So, we have ourselves 444 tweeting out, Joey Swoll basically made a safe space for misogynistic men to invalidate women's experiences of being uncomfortable at the gym. I hate it here. Would you care to elaborate on that point? Because all I'm seeing is just a bold claim being made, but no examples to supplement that claim to at least give it a little bit of meat. You know what I'm saying? Like, this right here is just an empty caloric claim that you're trying to make here to discredit someone else's work. Anyways, back to the article. The dissenting discourse has blown up so much that it's starting a larger conversation about when it's okay for men to pass glances at men at the gym, and at what point should women feel threatened enough to pull their phones out to film them. The discourse has grown so large that people are even making jokes about it on Twitter. Caught a guy glancing at me at the gym, smiled at him, he smiled back. We both went back to our business. Harmless behavior, fellow influencer Vanessa Sierra wrote. I mean, we're not allowed to joke and meme on clown behavior? I mean, that seems a little bit gatekeepy, don't you think? And let me put it like this, alright? If you are that threatened, if you are that creeped out by someone creeping on you, then how about you bring it to the attention of those that can actually do something immediately, such as those who work at and run the facility? How about your local law enforcement? Like, if you are really truly that creeped out and you truly believe that that man or woman or whoever is creeping up on you, if they are a threat to you, then why don't you actually take immediate action rather than running to social media and posting about it, unless of course you're just doing it to try and get some fame for yourself at the expense of someone that isn't actually doing anything. Now, if someone is actually genuinely, objectively speaking, showcasing creep behavior and you post about it online, that's one thing, okay? There is objective evidence that someone is actually being a creep and all that stuff. But if you're just falsely accusing someone for being a creep when they're actually not being a creep, and you're just doing it to get some attention for yourself at the expense of someone else, that right there is where we have big time problems. Hence why you're seeing another video out of me on this subject, because shit like this should not be happening. It's a damn pandemic that has taken place on top of COVID-19. Some users don't find the matter funny at all. His critics believe his fans are using the influencer's content to spread misogynistic rhetoric, like blaming unwelcome glances on how a woman chooses to dress at the gym. They're also worried that his callouts will fan potential violence against women who feel threatened and choose to pull out their phones to collect evidence. Okay, now let me make this very, very clear. If there's actual violence that takes place because of these situations that are going on, that is something that is absolutely horrible, and I would never advocate for violence against anybody in any situation. I don't care, alright? But let me just say it like this, okay? When it comes to things like violence, that right there is more objective. That right there is more straightforward for those that look at it and be like, oh yeah, this is actually wrong. Rather than trying to falsely label an innocent person as a gym creeper, you know? Like, that right there is something that is more objective. That right there is something that deserves calling out, and there's no two ways about it. Violence is something that everyone can see, and they can see that it is wrong. But you know something else that is wrong? Would be false accusations against innocent people for the sake of fame and attention for yourself. Now here's another tweet that the article points out. We have ourselves simply AYT underscore tweeting out, Joey Swoll is building a platform on the idea that women can't be trusted in gyms because they're hysterical/vain. His QTs are full of incels calling women misogynistic slurs, which he doesn't address. The way this ends is someone feels entitled to attack a woman at the gym. Okay, so let's nip that in the butt real quick. Until I see actual evidence of Joey Swoll encouraging and directly partaking in misogynistic behavior, I'm gonna say that this right here is another empty claim, and I am not seeing any evidence to back up said claim. And honestly, I don't think that Joey Swoll would advocate for this sort of thing either, because if he truly did advocate for misogyny, then why is he calling out men too who do stupid things at the gym? Like, this whole accusation of him being misogynistic just doesn't add up. Now, in regards to his fans taking a more slur-using, misogynistic approach, that is something that I think we can all be in agreements on, that it is beyond unacceptable, okay? Like, you should not be going out of your way to target and harass people just because of a call-out, okay? Like, if you're going to be calling someone out, if you are going to be addressing something that you feel they did wrong, then do it as a matter of fact. Don't do it with the intention to be malicious, okay? Be straight up, be straightforward, be blunt, but also be respectful at the same time. I also want to give a quick reminder for people like this that think that influencers are 100% responsible for their fans' actions. No, that right there is also flawed, and it is a human impossibility. There is absolutely no way on God's green earth that every single influencer can be responsible and in control of what the fans say and do in response to the content that they consume. Now, if Joey Swoll is encouraging his fans to go after these people, like straight up, no mistake about it, if he is saying verbatim, go and harass these individuals, then yes, that right there is 100% wrong, and that would be something that more than deserves calling out. Hell, I'd even call that shit out because that's not fucking cool. You don't use your audience as a battering ram whenever there is any sort of situation to take place. Like, you just don't do that, period. He's also drawn criticisms for the way he parachutes into videos without much context and exposes less popular creators to his audience of millions. People also think he unfairly frames videos to discredit the women in them. Regardless of where one might stand in the discourse, his videos have fueled intense adverse reactions about gym culture. Some fans are even asking to segregate gyms or outright ban women from them. Swoll did not respond to multiple requests for comment from Insider, but like all discourses that reach a fever pitch online, it's also spawned a micro-genre of meme TikToks where people are laughing about the absurdity of it all. Okay, so we pretty much reached the end of the article here, and I gotta say, like, this article just really kind of comes off as ill-informed, as biased, and there's a fair amount of gaslighting in here as well, and it just kind of makes me think, like, was there actually ever, like, good research involved prior to constructing and posting this article? Because there's honestly some big-time flaws and issues I have with this article, if I haven't already said that. And an example of an issue that I have with this article, well, another issue actually, is when they make the claim that he parachutes into videos without much context. Now, here's the thing, is that context is very important. Don't get me wrong on that. Context is very, very important. And it would be one thing if, say, if there was a video, I'm making this up, but just roll with me here. Say if there was a video where we had ourselves a woman that was filming a guy, you know, being a gym creeper, and say if Joey Swoll took, like, half of that video where where it seemed like that the woman was just preying on that man and trying to target him and use him for clout and for likes by shaming him and falsely accusing him. But unbeknownst to those viewers right there, in the other half of the video that Joey would leave out, it actually shows that man being a creep, an objective creep, and is doing things that really truly deserve calling out. Now, that right there would be a dishonest way to frame someone for clout chasing and frame someone for making something up in the light of an actual real legitimate situation. But the thing is as well, is that if you have a clip where it's the same thing being played out and nothing drastic changes, nothing drastic happens, then in my honest opinion, you don't need to show the full clip if nothing is happening other than that one thing that you show enough of a clip for to make your point and make your responses for, you know? Like, there's not really a need to showcase an entire clip if the context is all the same. Show enough of it so that way people can get an idea as to what they're getting themselves into, and so that way you use enough of it to be able to get your point across. So I'm honestly not even sure really what else I can say here in this video. I mean, it went on a lot longer than I had thought. I guess there was quite a bit to unpack here in this article, but at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just stating my own opinions and analysis on situations like these. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, whether you agree or disagree. Either way, I'd love to hear back from you guys. Just remember to keep it respectful and civil in the comments down below. Keep it 100, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you for your time as well in viewing this video. Have yourself a damn good one, you beautiful people, and I'll see you next time.